Paul Rieckhoff, a lot to talk about, is here, host of the Independent Americans podcast. Let's go back to Minnesota, okay? First of all, you know, I've had conversations over the last however long about divisions in this country and, you know, the volume being raised, whatever phrase you want to say. What about after the events of today? What's going through your mind? As I said to Tracy, there's still a decent amount we don't know, but what's going through your mind?
I think we all need to take a big, deep breath.
I agree.
I learned in the military, there's an old saying in the Marine Corps, stay frosty. When things get hectic, when things get chaotic, try to take a deep breath, try to stay cool, try to look out for the people around you. I think there's a lot of tension in this country right now, and in many ways this country is a powder keg, and this has the potential to be a tipping point that could rip our country apart in a way that'll have our enemies celebrating. If you're Vladimir Putin, if you're the North Koreans, you're watching these images on screen.
Let's take them full, guys, if we can.
And that's something for them to celebrate.
Let's listen. Do we have audio, Claudine? We do. This is the protest live here against South Minneapolis. We'll be careful. We'll listen for a minute, and Paul and I, we can keep our mics open. We'll talk through what we're seeing. Again, Allie Bradley's on the scene, so this is escalating a bit, it seems. So it's the local police that are there now, right, Paul? Because earlier it was just, you know, the ICE agents, they got out, and then the local police come in. They're trying to keep order. As it says at the bottom of the screen, Tim Walz is supposed to speak soon, but the mayor, Jacob Frey of Minneapolis, already spoke and said, you know, he was emotional. And, you know, he says, oh, it's BS that this is self-defense. He said he saw the video, doesn't think it was self-defense. And then he paused. He says, I should get the F out of the city, you know, and now we have the protesters. So, as I said earlier, this is right on the edge of things here.
Yeah, I think a lot of us in this country feel like it was only a matter of time. We didn't know what city it was going to be in. We didn't know when it was going to be. I frankly would have predicted something like this would have happened sooner. I will argue, as a former military person who's run checkpoints and watched them operate, I think that ICE is too aggressive. I think they're too combative. I think they're too everywhere. And I think they're too undisciplined. I've seen too many times where they look overly aggressive and undisciplined. Right? As a military person myself, as someone who's worked around law enforcement, they don't look as professional as I think they need to, and I think that's a concern.
Are you talking about masks and things like that?
Everything, from the masks, from the lack of identifying themselves, to how quick they are to pull weapons. It's a very, very aggressive posture that is not what we usually see in America, and it's been amplifying. So it's only a matter of time before somebody got killed. I think most of us feel that way, and I hope that this is the only time it happens, but I think we will see escalations of protests, not just in Minneapolis, but likely in cities across the country, and all eyes will fall back on Trump. Now, can he bring the temperature down, or will he bring the temperature up? And I think it's very important that he brings it down.
Now, I will say DHS right away today came out and said this was an act of, they used the term domestic terrorism, and they said the officer was acting completely in self-defense because this woman, they claim, just ran right over the officer, and they say there's no choice when you fear for your life but to fire your weapon. Now, we have not heard from the president directly on this. The White House has referred our request to the DHS statement that I referenced.
Well, there should be an immediate independent investigation that will dissect this situation, hopefully quickly rule in an unbiased way, but there's also going to be the court of public opinion. These videos are going to be out very soon. They're already out. I think people are going to decide with their own eyes, and I've seen some videos that I can't confirm, and from a quick assessment, I don't know that that shooting was necessarily justified. If I was in that spot, and that's what I put myself in, I've been on checkpoints where vehicles are coming toward me, where vehicles are aggressive, and you have to make a split-second decision. I would not have made that decision. I can't say that because I wasn't in their shoes, but looking at it objectively, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to say that this woman was not an immediate threat, and they escalated force too quickly.
Okay, I'll say a couple of things. We, on the video, our desk here at NewsNation is working on clearing at least a short portion of the video. So if you stay with us, I think we will be able to go through part of that with you, okay? So that's going to happen. I don't know how long it'll take, but that's going to happen relatively soon, I believe. The protests that you're looking at right now are live. This is Allie Bradley and her crew. They're out there. We'll go back to Allie, all right, and we'll get Tracy Walter back in on the conversation. Breaking news coverage continues from here in New York as we watch Minneapolis in just a moment. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.